1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome everyone to the morning announcements. I'ma say my name so you can pronounce it. Bomani Armah. Shout out to early risers, I see who you are. My morning ritual, thanks for having me over. Start with audiovisual, dose of Sankofa. My favorite occasions a few moons away. I'm counting rotations to watermelon day. If you're with me this morning, I hope that you're with it. 2 things that I want and 3 ways to get it. Black solidarity, African independence. Honor the ancestors, prepare descendants. 3rd thing you gotta do is love right now. I mean that in every sense and every way you know how. Now throw them up and say what should increase on 1, 2, 3, peace.
Alright, let's do the mic.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning announcements. My name is Bomani Armah. This is Wednesday, March 8th, 2023. We are 149 days away from Watermelon Day at Sankofa. We are here to honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. Let's get right into our libation. Our libation today is for one Mr. Clarence Maurice Mitchell Jr. Clarence Mitchell Jr., March 8th, 1911 to March 18th, 1984. An American civil rights activist and was the chief lobbyist for the NAACP for nearly 30 years. He also served as a regional director for the organization. Mitchell was nicknamed the 101st U.S. Senator, waged a tireless campaign on Capitol Hill, helping to secure passage of civil rights legislation in the 1950s and 60s, the Civil Rights Act of 1957, the Civil Rights Act of 1960, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Voting Rights Act of 1965, and the Fair Housing Act, the Title VIII of the Civil Rights Act of 1968. After his retirement, Mitchell wrote a Sunday editorial column for the Baltimore Sun every Sunday until his death in 1984. Let's read this Clarence Mitchell quote. When you see a fellow human with a rope around his neck and skin coming off his body, you don't need to add any touches of horror. Clarence Mitchell Jr. Wow, let me read that quote again. When you see a fellow human with a rope around his neck and skin coming off his body, you don't need to add any touches of horror. Clarence Mitchell Jr., a young reporter for the Baltimore Afro-American newspaper, testified at an anti-lynching. That was my alarm waking me up, and I'm already awake. I don't even need that joint. All right, let me do this properly to make sure I give Clarence Mitchell Jr. his proper due. When you see a fellow human with a rope around his neck and skin coming off his body, you don't need to add any touches of horror. Clarence Mitchell Jr. Clarence Mitchell Jr. at the time was a young reporter for the Baltimore African American newspaper, testifying at an anti-lynching legislation hearing on Capitol Hill. The horrors our ancestors have seen. Many do not need embellishment. When we don't tell our stories, these events will get lost in time. They will get glossed over. Racism in America will be taught as a minor inconvenience. A longer walk to get back to the black bathroom, or waiting to get home to use a water fountain. No, these experiences were life and death. Men my grandfather and my father's age carried themselves differently in public out of fear. Fortunately, Clarence didn't just witness these atrocities and report them honestly. He fought against them tooth and nail. Thank you for your work, Clarence Mitchell Jr. Let's pour a libation for Clarence Mitchell Jr. We never forget, so never fear. For homies who ain't here, we pouring out a beer. Because of you, it'll never be the same. We keep saying your name while we pour champagne. For the mothers and the father figures, your flame still flickers. We pouring out some liquor. We're the sons and the daughters of heroes and martyrs. We honor you by pouring out some water. Friends, today's libation was for one Mr. Clarence Maurice Mitchell Jr. Thank you very much for your service. All right, friends, let's keep this moving. As you know, you can support this movement in a whole bunch of different ways. Make sure you go to notarapper.com and check out the watermelon flag apparel. I actually have on one of the prototype watermelon flag shirts today, as a matter of fact. I didn't even notice that, but we've cleaned it up since then. I got it looking even better. I got the seeds in the watermelon flag and everything. Go to notarapper.com, find more information about it, plant a seed in what we're doing. We only have 149 days left to Watermelon Day. I would love to see you there. There's a whole bunch of different ways you can support. Now, yesterday, I played for y'all a song called Count to Four. It was me making a funk song that I could sample myself. The reason I wanted to sample the song is because I have a whole lesson on the 4 elements of hip hop: DJing, breaking, emceeing, and graffiti. I'm gonna play you at least one of the songs today from that series of songs. This song is actually gonna be about the DJ. Let's get into it. Here we go. Baba Bomani. Baba got bars that young audiences. Teach about to get this hip hop party started. Gonna teach you about all three elements: the DJ, the MC, and the breakers. Let's do this. H-I-P, H-O-P. I got a DJ and a MC, plus a breaker, so we got all three that we need for this hip-hop party. I said H-I-P, H-O-P. I got a DJ and a MC, plus a breaker, so we got all three that we need for this hip-hop party. If I need head nod drums and bass lines to rock me, I go find a DJ that's short for disc jockey. South Bronx, New York City, early 1970s. A kid Kool Herc influenced the culture heavily. South Bronx was going through a lot at the time. Rising arson, drug use, gang wars, and crime. But being hip-hop is making the most of what you have. Since Herc played the sound system on Cedric Ave, known as a no-faker, no-stuff taker, dope party maker like they did his home of Jamaica. To do his block parties, he'd hack the street lights, or his basement jams would bring the people each night. All of New York came for Kool Herc spinning, and most say that this was hip-hop's beginning. These parties in the South Bronx are why we say the first element of hip-hop is the DJ. H-I-P, H-O-P. I got a DJ and a MC, plus a breaker, so we got all three that we need for this hip-hop party. I said H-I-P, H-O-P. I got a DJ and a MC, plus a breaker, so we got all three that we need for this hip-hop party. Yeah, friends, that was the DJ, the hip hop party, the DJ, where I break down all the elements of what it means to be a DJ in hip hop. I actually have the whole essay that I wrote to begin with, and I have a video of me turning that essay into a rhyme. I also have a tutorial on how I turn that beat into a hip hop beat. I'm actually working on putting that together and packaging that. I'll have that ready to go this summer. I've been working on it for years. Thank you for your patience. For my audience that always keeps me motivated, I'm going to play you part two of the 4 parts. This song is actually about breaking. Here we go.
Hit me. Bomani. One
Young
more time.
audiences, teaching artists.
Keep it going, y'all. Yeah. I love it when it's funky, y'all. Yeah. It goes. Take me to the break. H-I-P, H-O-P. I got a DJ and a MC, plus some breakers, so we got all three that we need for this hip-hop party. I said H-I-P, H-O-P. I got a DJ and a MC, plus some breakers, so we got all three that we need for this hip-hop party. To understand the dances and the style they were portraying, you must understand the DJs and the music they were playing. The hottest funk records were in heavy rotation as Parliament Funkadelic toured the nation. Plus James Brown, the godfather of soul, that's right, man. With the JBs, you should have seen him at his height, man. Bass guitar, keys, a drummer on his left and right hand. 4 horns, 3 singers, 3 dancers, and a hype man. One part made the party go wild and the ground shake when they all stopped but the drummer. This was called the break. Grandmaster Flash developed new techniques to make sure they gave the people their beats. He would get 2 copies of the same record on 2 record players, a turntable double-decker. He put a mixer between each record player, which includes many buttons, including a crossfader. He would line up the records to the same place where the break beat started and put on his game face. The record's going at the same rate. He let the first rotate, switch at the right time, release the record with style and grace. He did this for as long as he wanted the break to last. The dancers went crazy, they really had a blast. They break into James Brown inspired moves. Groups of kids would get together and be dance crews. Created B-boy and B-girl stances, the freezing footwork with acrobatic moves. If you fail, it could hurt. But this was all history in the making. The style they created is now called breaking. H-I-P, H-O-P. I got a DJ and a MC, plus some breakers, so we got all three that we need for this hip hop party. I said HIPHOP. I got a DJ and a MC, plus some breakers, so we got all three that we need for this hip hop party.
Yeah, that was the hip hop party, the breaker. Shout out to Words, Beats, and Life. Shout out to young audiences of New Jersey and Eastern Pennsylvania. Shout out to the Kennedy Center. All those organizations were crucial to making those videos happen. My whole career has been a community project, and I really appreciate all the help that I get. The first song that gets sampled is from this project called Baba Got Bars. You can stream this anywhere. But the songs that I've turned them into are only available on my Bandcamp page. Go to babagotbars.com and look up Baba Bomani's Beatbox Basement. There are 4 parts to the hip hop party. I just played for you 2. I'll probably play for you the next 2 tomorrow. All right. Now, friends, y'all know how we do. We also have a book of the week. This week's book, we are reading One Plastic Bag, Eiizabeth Cisse and the Recycling Women of Gambia by Miranda Paul and Eiizabeth Zunon. This comes to you from Africa Access. That's my family. I wanted to read to you at least one more slide, and then I'm going to show you the project we've been working on with my daughter. All right. That's going to happen tomorrow. Today's Wednesday. I'm just going to leave you with another cliffhanger with these pages. Yesterday, we saw Eiizabeth as her bag broke, and she realized that bags were starting to collect. This is her as a grown woman. Here's what she says. Day after day, the bag she dropped is still there. One plastic bag becomes 2, then 10, then 100. Plastic isn't beautiful anymore, she thinks. Her feet step down a clever path and the thoughts float away. Years pass and Eiizabeth grows into a woman. She barely notices the ugliness growing around her until ugliness finds its way to her. All right, I'm gonna leave you with that cliffhanger. Yeah, I really appreciate that. So we're gonna pick this up tomorrow, and I'm gonna show you the projects that we're working on. Last thing, we are 149 days away from Watermelon Day. I got to show you some highlights of my favorite day of the year. This is a bigger deal. This is a bigger deal than my birthday. This is highlights from Watermelon Day 2021. Sankofa Video and Books, one of the most beautiful places on the planet. We call it the Pan-African Embassy. You saw DJ Tej over there on the 1s and 2s holding it down. There's my son Dela with Kwaku rocking behind me as I play my Watermelon Man anthem. I got my whole band. I'm gonna let you finish out there. There's African drumming. You cannot have Watermelon Day without Baba C. This happens his birthday week, so we celebrate his birthday. That's Tony Fontaine. He's all over my Watermelon Man album. You definitely want to come through. I am slicing up watermelon, giving them away all day. It's really just an excuse to get people to come into the bookstore. This is our first full year back after like COVID has basically been quelled, I believe. So I'm expecting to pack the place out again. I don't know if you could tell my energy, but I am loving this place. So I just wanted to give you a little taste of what goes on. This is Watermelon Day at Sankofa. There is our host, Droopy the Broke Baller Anderson. What else do you need to see from here? Watermelon, watermelon, more watermelon, red, black, and green. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun. We always have what do you call it? Mama Ia Bashia. Bashia is out there with Koumba kids. Who else do we have? Black Root. Who else do we have normally? I got to get back to the list. So I'm 149 days away. I'm going to have a flyer for you in 30 days. So keep me on point so I'll make sure I let y'all know what's going on. Friends, man, we're creeping up on Watermelon Day. This year is going by quickly. All right, that is the end of my show other than playing the Black National Anthem. Let me play that for you real quick. Here's the Black National Anthem by J. Rosamond Johnson and James Weldon Johnson. Lift every voice and sing. Friends, that was the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing by James Weldon Johnson and James Rosamond Johnson. That concludes my program. There are 3 things that I need you to do today. Honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, love right now. When I count to 3, everybody say peace, throw up the deuces. I will see you tomorrow. 1, 2, 3. Peace.
Now, melon is sweet, the water is life. So every time we meet, I'ma give you a slice, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. I got the juice and plant the seeds. I reap the fruit and give you what you need, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. It's the watermelon man, reppin' red, black, and green. The county of PG sends you greetings from D.